I'm Kristen, and I am the founder of Kristen Today, where I help you live your light so that you can give your gift to the world. So I'm here today in my garden in Encinitas, California, and I'm giving my weekly considerations a first go at doing live video. And not only that, to then use this as a way to keep my weekly considerations going in written format too. We'll be figuring that out soon, how to do that technical piece. But what I wanted to talk to you today was about Mercury retrograde going direct. Just because Mercury is going direct doesn't mean you're totally off the hook with Mercury retrograde. A lot of people think that, oh my God, Mercury retrograde's over. The whole story's over, and it's not quite like that. Basically, what a Mercury retrograde is that it is the appearance of Mercury looking like it's going backwards over the zodiac, and then when it goes direct, it goes forwards again. But obviously, when you step backwards to step forward again, you are crossing the same path. So just because the retrograde story ends and it starts moving towards a direct motion, it's still going to be the same themes and topics, and still the same themes and topics as when you had the retrograde period itself. And in fact, typically there's clues even before Mercury retrograde about what's going to be happening in your life. So looks like my connection's not so great here, so I'm going to go inside. So here we go. Let's try this. Welcome inside my home. Probably doesn't look that different to you. Okay, so let's go on to this Mercury direct. So Mercury is going direct just after midnight Eastern time on Saturday, so it's technically Sunday. And this Mercury direct is showing that it's right next to the North Node, as well as pretty close to Pallas Athena and the Sun. And this gives the characteristic that Mercury is trying to lead you to the right direction to help you go towards the patterns that you've noticed about yourself, about whatever your Mercury retrograde story has been about, to ultimately come to your light, to your true self. This whole Mercury retrograde has been in Leo, and wherever Leo is in your house, in your own charts, your natal chart, your progress chart, it's really been about these types of themes. The theme of who are you, really? What facing and what personality are you giving to the world? What are you presenting yourself as? It also has to do with your loyalty and how you stay committed to things, how you take care of people. And these types of Mercury and Leo themes might have been appear in your life in one way or the other. Now, just an aside here, these things all did get a little bit complicated thanks to some eclipses that happened this past month and a half. So it's going to be hard to say it's this or that. It's probably a little bit of a combination of both. But the point is here, when Mercury goes direct, it's also bringing up some of that old eclipse energy and helping you move through it so that you can start to express yourself in a more true form. Now I'm going to look over here to the aspects that Mercury is making, and I see that's a little bit wide of an orb. I don't agree with that. It's making a trine to the moon at the moment. So the moon is in Sagittarius, and that is a very fun, playful, adventurous moon, but it's also one that's really spirited towards going after your dreams and your big picture. So maybe that something happened over this past 3 weeks when Mercury was retrograde that made you realize that maybe you were playing too small, or maybe that you're following your own patterns and how do I say that? Your own processes too much in a boxed and rigid way. And the moon gives you the this kind of moon gives you the impulse to break free of that and to really start savoring the higher purpose of who you are and the way you want to express yourself. So for me, a lot of my Mercury retrograde was spent traveling abroad, and certainly Moon in Sagittarius also suggests traveling abroad in faraway places. And for me, the traveling abroad was very useful in terms of learning about myself and going through the emotional pushes and pulls of encountering 50 plus family members on my husband's side and getting to learn about Italy and traveling there. Just, it was a really wonderful trip, but I'm honestly feeling a little bit drained and trying to find who I am again in all of this. So the Sagittarius moon here, trining the Mercury going direct, is to say, okay, well, you've explored something that's brought you out of your comfort zone, and now how do you come back to finding who you are after all the things that have shifted and turned in your life? Now, maybe you weren't traveling this summer at the same time as I was, but think about too, like how you are breaking free of what your habits are, and what you are doing to express yourself as authentically as possible today and going forward. I just bringing up to mind, there's something about going back to school in the autumn and the quickening of all of that. And when I would go back to school, it's kind of like you get back in this routine. You have your set times of going to school. You have the ways you interact, the ways you push yourself to do your homework, or all these types of things. And I think that same energy carries into September and the autumn very often, about going back to the way that things were before, like thinking about the summer as a vacation, as a break, and then going back into the way, the hard work and the way that things should be, to be the good student, to be the good participant in life. So this Mercury retrograde, this Mercury going direct, is encouraging you to keep some of the new possibilities, that same spirit of this past summer, and approach your autumn in a way that is going to be more facilitating to a new type of being, a new type of way of going about your life and your responsibilities, and one that's more spirited, one that's more spirited. Okay, so let's look a little bit more at these aspects to Mercury. Now, the Sun, which is conjoined Pallas Athena, what's the one about seeing the patterns, about who you really are? That is opposing, no, almost opposing. No, it's quincunx, excuse me. It's quincunx, or in conjunct the Mars retrograde. Now it's going to be just about to be entering Capricorn. So you've probably started off your whole year with certain types of ideas and standards you want to be seen in this year, and to some extent those remain true, but the contexts have changed over the course of the year, naturally, because that's what happens as time passes. But also Mars is always showing about direction and action. So he wants to be doing something and making progress towards something, and he's retrograde, meaning he's going backwards on some things, and he's going backwards to Capricorn, which is where you set your standards and your goals, with Saturn, and also when the winter solstice of last year. So with Mars going back to Capricorn here, and in conjuncting the Sun of this Mercury direct moment, it's to say that you can revisit some of these things you set up for yourself in the beginning of the year, either to recommit to them or to go about them in a different way. And that's probably going to be more likely, that you're going to go about them in a different way, and probably going to need to reconsider the groups and the affiliates and associations you have, the environments you're around, these types of networks of different people and things and environments that will help you get to the goals you really want. And when he goes into direct motion too himself, we'll look at that moment when it comes. It will start to bring this energy back into the Aquarius side, which helps you to really establish and grow thanks to the people around you as much as your own efforts. So let's see if there's anything else that's, I feel like, noting here. Try to keep things simple for you guys, just because I don't want you to overwhelm you, and just to go to the most essential things. So here, Mercury direct, at the moment it's going direct, which is Sunday, midnight, 25 Eastern time. It's going also to be squaring Jupiter in Scorpio. And this is also to give you a little bit of an edge. It's a closing square. So this is to mean it has to do more with your consciousness, your mindset, and your awareness than it is to just be pushing you towards action. So with this kind of aspect, you really need, again, to go back and reflect about the strategies you're employing. This is so very similar to what we just talked about with Mars. Go back to the strategies you're employing and really think about how you can expand the biggest as possible with the most effective strategy there is. And remembering that we have the whole Leo aspect that's very important to this Mercury direct, which has to do with loyalty, authenticity, honesty, and truth. Those coupled with the strategies that are going to get you the most results is really going to make you have the potential to express yourself in a higher form, which is what the cosmos have generated for you as a possibility right now. So take these energies and use them for good. And the way I encourage you to do that is to look over the past 3 weeks about how you've been challenged with your word, with how you've expressed yourself, how you came off to other people, your truthfulness, your honesty, your way of taking care of people, any of those themes, whatever resonates, sit with yourself and think about what you would like to see yourself grow into, how it is that you're actually behaving, and then what are some simple and effective ways that you can go ahead and become that person within the next week to start and take the little steps towards doing that. So this is the first time we've done weekly considerations over video. So let me know what you think, what worked, what could be better. I'm here to improve myself too, and it's no coincidence that I am changing the expression of myself with the weekly considerations by showing myself to video to you. So be sure to check out my blog, Kristen, Kristen, .today, today/blog. There you will find also the day guides to the whole week ahead, as well as to this Facebook page, which is fb.com, facebook.com/Kristen, Kristen, Today. And I really hope that you get a lot of benefit out of this. Again, give me some feedback. Let me know what you liked. Let me know what could be better. And check out my site and keep in tune. So talk to you soon, and goodbye.